My name is Alex, and I never imagined that a simple evening with my wife, Samantha, and her friends could turn into one of the most humiliating moments of my life. And yet, it did. We had been married for 6 years, and while our relationship had its ups and downs, I always thought we respected each other, at least in public. That night, Samantha invited a few of her closest friends over for a casual dinner. I was happy to join, expecting a relaxed evening filled with laughter and stories. But as soon as we sat down, the tension between us, which had been simmering for days, began to surface. The argument started over something trivial, a forgotten errand, a minor miscommunication, but it quickly escalated. Samantha's voice rose, sharp and accusatory, and I tried to stay calm, hoping we could resolve it privately. But then, right in front of her friends, she yelled, "You're a worthless loser!" Her words hit me like a punch to the chest. Laughter and murmurs rippled around the room. I felt my face flush, my heart racing, and an overwhelming mix of anger, hurt, and humiliation. For a moment, I wanted to lash out, to yell back, to defend myself in the heat of the moment. But then, I remembered something my father had told me years ago: real strength isn't in shouting louder, it's in holding yourself steady when the world tries to shake you. I took a deep breath, letting her words roll off like water on glass. "You know what, Sam?" I said, my voice calm but firm. "If that's what you think of me, I won't waste another second trying to prove otherwise to you or anyone else." Her friends looked between us, surprised by my composure. Samantha's face twisted in disbelief. You're just going to take that?" she asked, incredulous. I nodded. "I've spent too many years seeking validation from someone who refuses to see my worth. I don't need approval to know I'm enough. And yelling at me in front of everyone doesn't change that." The room fell silent. Samantha opened her mouth, then closed it, unsure of what to say. I could see the shock in her eyes, the realization that her attempt to humiliate me had failed. It was a turning point, not just for that argument, but for our relationship. I continued, softer this time, "I love you, Sam, but love isn't supposed to feel like humiliation. If we can't respect each other, maybe it's time to rethink what we're doing." Her friends shifted uncomfortably, sensing the tension, but also the calm strength in my words. For the first time that evening, Samantha seemed to reflect, her anger softening into something closer to regret. Later, when the guests had left, she apologized, her voice low and sincere. "Alex, I shouldn't have said that. I was angry, and I let it come out in the worst possible way." I nodded, accepting her apology, but also aware that our relationship needed more than words to heal. That night, I realized something important. The way we respond to humiliation defines our character. I could have reacted with anger, defensiveness, or embarrassment, and the night would have spiraled into chaos. Instead, I chose to stay composed, to speak my truth calmly, and in doing so, I reclaimed my dignity. Over the following weeks, Samantha and I worked on rebuilding our relationship, setting boundaries, and learning to express our frustrations without demeaning each other. That night, when she called me a worthless loser in front of everyone, I had a choice, to sink or to rise. I chose to rise, and it changed the way we interacted forever. Sometimes, the most powerful response isn't in words of retaliation, but in the quiet assertion of your own worth, and in that moment, I learned exactly how strong that can be.